Imagine standing on a city wall as strange ships appear on the horizon. You have never seen their flags before. You do not know their language. But within a few years, kingdoms that ruled for centuries will disappear. Palaces will burn. Trade will collapse. Entire cities will be abandoned. Then, almost as suddenly as they arrived, the invaders will vanish into history. Who were they? For more than 3,000 years, historians have searched for the answer. They are known by a simple name, the Sea Peoples. Around 1200 BC, the eastern Mediterranean was the center of the known world. The Egyptians built monuments that still stand today. The Hittite Empire controlled much of Anatolia. The Mycenaean Greeks ruled powerful kingdoms across the Aegean. The wealthy cities of Canaan connected continents through trade. Copper arrived from Cyprus. Tin traveled from as far away as Central Asia. Together, they created bronze. Without bronze, armies weakened. Farmers struggled. Empires depended on this network. Then everything began to fall apart. City after city was destroyed. Some were burned so completely that only blackened stones remained. Archaeologists still uncover layers of ash from this period. For a long time, people blamed one mysterious enemy. Ancient Egyptian records described warriors arriving by both land and sea. Their ships crowded the coastline. Their families traveled with them. This did not look like a normal invasion. It looked like an entire civilization on the move. The Egyptian pharaoh Ramesses III left one of the most famous accounts. He claimed that no nation could stand against these attackers. He listed names that still puzzle historians: the Shurden, the Peliset, the Shekelesh, the Denayan, the Jeker. But those names reveal almost nothing. Where did they come from? No one knows for certain. Some researchers believe they came from the Aegean. Others point toward Anatolia. Some even argue they were not one people at all. They may have been many desperate groups forced together by disaster. That possibility changes everything. What if the Sea Peoples were not simply conquerors? What if they were refugees? Recent archaeological discoveries suggest the late Bronze Age was already under enormous pressure. Professor Eric Klein argues that this was a perfect storm, not one disaster, many disasters happening together. Long droughts reduced harvests. Famine spread across kingdoms. Earthquakes damaged major cities. Trade routes became dangerous. Political alliances collapsed. One failure led to another, then another. It was like removing bricks from the bottom of a tower. Eventually, the entire structure gave way. Climate evidence supports this idea. Studies of ancient pollen and lake sediments show years of unusually dry conditions across parts of the eastern Mediterranean. Less rain meant smaller harvests. Smaller harvests meant hungry populations. Hungry populations often move. Would you stay if your homeland could no longer feed your family? The Sea Peoples may have carried swords, but they may also have carried hope. As kingdoms weakened, attacks became easier. Each victory created even more instability. Trade ships stopped sailing. Bronze became harder to produce. Weapons became scarce. Economies failed. Powerful kings suddenly found themselves isolated. Even the mighty Hittite Empire disappeared. Its capital, Hattusa, was abandoned. For centuries, it remained buried beneath the earth. The Egyptians survived, but only barely. Ramesses III defeated a massive invasion in the Nile Delta. His temple at Medinet Habu shows ships crashing together in fierce battles. Archers fill the sky with arrows. Warriors fall into the water. It is one of history's greatest battle scenes carved into stone, yet even victory came at a cost. Egypt never fully recovered its former strength. The age of great Bronze Age empires had ended. The world became smaller. Trade became local. Writing disappeared from some regions for generations. Knowledge was lost. Entire royal families faded into legend. This period is often called the Bronze Age collapse. It reminds us that civilizations are more connected than they appear. A drought in one region can weaken another thousands of kilometers away. A broken trade route can topple an empire. A single crisis rarely destroys civilization. Many crises working together often do. The Sea Peoples remain one of history's greatest mysteries. They left almost no written records of their own. Most of what we know comes from the people who fought against them. History is often written by the survivors. That makes every answer incomplete. Perhaps the greatest mystery is not who the Sea Peoples were. Perhaps it is why so many powerful civilizations fell at the same time. Because history rarely collapses from one cause. It collapses when countless small cracks finally become impossible to ignore. The Sea Peoples did not simply change the ancient world. They revealed how fragile every civilization truly is. 3,000 years later, the Sea Peoples remain one of history's greatest mysteries. But with every new discovery, we get one step closer to understanding what really happened. If you enjoy uncovering forgotten history, subscribe and join us as we uncover more of history's greatest stories. Until next time, keep exploring history.